What's going on, guys? It's been a while since we've done one of these, but the JRPL is still alive, still kicking, and going on stronger than ever. We had a big break from Backlash all the way up to NXT TakeOver Chicago and Money in the Bank, which is happening this weekend, and we are right there. Big things are about to happen, and we are on the end of Woody's run as the, I don't know if you want to call him the interim GM, the temporary GM, whatever you want to call him. He took over for 3 months, and we are nearing the end of his reign. It is going to end at the beginning of July. So, all right, let's see what he booked and what we're looking at for this weekend. We're talking TakeOver Chicago and Money in the Bank. Let's go over to the events page. And first of all, I guess I should say, if you are watching this and you have not signed up for the JRPL, click on create an account, or right at the top of the page it says join the prediction league. Sign up, follow the rules, and post your picks. You cannot duplicate confidence points, guys. You just can't do it, or you won't be added to the show. Unless you're a veteran and you do it, and then you get penalized for duplicating picks. So, yeah, try not to do that. Just make sure you read the rules if you are a newbie or want to join. And it's a lot of fun, so you should. But anyway, let's get to it right here, right now. TakeOver Chicago, June 16th. As of this recording, that's tomorrow. I know I'm doing this video a little late, but hey, better late than never. And out of the 5 matches, you got to pick from. It is a little bit more of a predictable card, so we'll see. This is going to be very interesting for the JRPL. But in your main event, we have a death match. Hippo, Sheen, Moses versus Bionic Knee, and a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So the winner of this, these guys just broke up at Backlash. So the winner of this will go on to be in that Money in the Bank match. And not only that, they won a death match. They got all the pride after their team split up at Backlash. And if you go over to Backlash, which I was just looking at a little before I recorded this, what happened was where was their match? It was higher up on the card. Yes, they defeated Finish, whatever you want to call them, the Finn and Ash. They beat them 69-64. Close match there. But after the match, Hippo, he gave Bionic Knee a short arm clothesline, took him down, and was going to go to pound him again, but stopped. He had a little hesitation there, and he said, "You know what? No, I'm just trying to pump you up. I'm just trying to. You have so much potential, and you're not showing everything. You have so much more potential you need to bring out, and I'm just trying to bring that out in you." And Hippo is, if you don't know, he is storyline-wise, kayfabe-wise, much older wrestler than Bionic Knee. So you had almost the teacher and the student, not quite that drastic, but that's kind of along the lines of what we were looking at here. And he said, "You know what? Damn it, you are much better than that." And tried to roughen him up and bring it out in him. But Bionic Knee didn't take it well and completely dismantled Hippo, Sheen, Moses. And now we had the breakup of Japanese, one of the, semi-successful tag teams in the JRPL. But they are gone, and that is what is leading to this main event here at TakeOver Chicago. And, yeah, we're going to get into more Money in the Bank qualifying matches to come. So that is the main event. We have 3 title matches that are going to happen right before that. First of all, we have the Top Block Championship match. We got Tom putting the Top Block title on the line for the very first time against Victory Green and the Hebrew Hammer. The Hebrew Hammer is undefeated. I think he's 6-0 maybe in the JRPL, looking fantastic. And Victory Green, who's always been solid, scored a victory over Tom and was it Tino, I believe? Yes. Victor Green defeated Tom and Tino in a non-title match at Backlash, 10 more points than Tom. So he beat the champion in this match and a former world champion all in one match here. Major statement for Victory Green. So we're going to see what's going to happen. We have the undefeated Hebrew Hammer, the Victory Green who just defeated Tom, and then Tom defending his title for the very first time since he defeated Woody back at Greatest Royal Rumble, I believe it was. Yes. And then we have another first title defense here. Vitamin yes, vitamin no, vitamin whatever you want to call them. is putting his title on the line against Captain Charisma, a former Ultraviolent champion, in a submission match. This is the first time the title has been defended in a submission match, so if you guys are both watching this, make sure you read the rules, because submission matches can come back to bite you very easily. I am not going to tell you right here on the recording, so you need to go click on the Prediction League and go to Rules and Match Stipulations. Click on it, and submission match rules are right there. Very simple to understand and very easy to do. But if you don't read, you're gonna get your ass embarrassed, I guess. That has happened before. So you don't want to tap out in the very first match on the show card. So anyway, that match is going to be there. And then we got the Road Warrior Championship, the title that's defended on every single show, including house shows. 3J Platinum, who is turning out to be a pretty good champion. He won the title at the Greatest Royal Rumble. He defended it at, he won it in the 50-man Greatest Royal Rumble. He defended at Backlash against Crimson Cyborg, and now he's put it on the line against Camp Popplestone, who has, you know what? Let me go check. I think Camp Popplestone is undefeated since he came back in the JRPL, because he was fired by Bomber for a short period of time. Let's go to the roster page. I know he's near the end, so let's go near the end here. Let's see. Let's see how well he's done since he's returned. I think he's done very, very well. Let's see. Scroll down. All right, so he came back. He came back at TakeOver. So he's won 3 of his last 4. The only match he lost was a Fatal 4-Way, which is kind of hard to win to begin with. But he's won 3 of his last 4 matches. So, yeah, big title match here between 3J and Camp Popplestone. It's going to be interesting to see who walks out the winner and the champion, either the new champ or the current or the defending champ. Then we have a major 6-man tag match with implications on the line as far as naming a stipulation at Money in the Bank. So here's what's going to happen. Little spoiler: Legit Boss is facing John for the World Championship at Money in the Bank, and then we have XIVILI and Nate Myers going against the Warden and Beer Me Jesus in a tag team title match. So that's all going to happen at Money in the Bank, but the winner of this 6-man tag match is going to get to name the stipulations of both of those matches. So if Imperium wins, say Legit Boss, XIVI, and Nate Myers win, Legit Boss picks stipulation against John, and XIVILI and the One True King, Nate Myers, get to pick the stip against the Solution. So big implications on the line here in this 6-man tag match. We don't have too many 6-man tag matches. That's interesting. And then we have, I think I just said we don't have many of those, and this I think is the first ever 8-man tag match. I may be wrong. Off the top of my head, I think this is one of the only. I know we've had 5-on-5. I know we've had 3-on-3. I think this is the first 4-on-4. I may be wrong though. Don't hold me to that. Anyway, the Awesome Hooded Motherfuckers. We got Spring Tigers, GMSG teaming up against Finish, the Finn and Ash, going up against Team No Chances, Buck N5 and Lily Pilly, and the tag team with a controversial name. Some say it's the best name in the business. Some say it's the worst name. But either way, that's their name. And this, the winner of this, nothing on the line. Or this is more getting momentum going into Money in the Bank, because all 4 of these teams are included in the 8-team Money in the Bank tag team match, which we will definitely get to in just a little bit. But this is more of like a momentum, just getting confidence, feeling your opponents out. That's kind of what this match is all about. Then we got another Money in the Bank qualifying match. Crimson Cyborg versus Super Hippo. Crimson Cyborg kind of drew the short straw here going against Super Hippo, but we have seen the skid Super Hippo has been on lately. He was the Superstar of the Year 2017. He is fallen down mightily so far. So can he get the win over Crimson Cyborg, or can Crimson Cyborg keep piling on the victories over Super Hippo? The winner of that will be included in the Money in the Bank match. Then we got my match here. Bomber versus the Green Machine. I'm going to put this out there right now. I have lost to the Green Machine before in a one-on-one match, and it was on a house show. I believe it was Slammiversary 2017. So this is hopefully my revenge against Green Machine. This is our first main show where we face each other, but the winner of this match goes on to enter the Money in the Bank match the very next night. Then we got Woody booking himself against Peanut. Talk about controversy. Talk about riling up the crowd here. Peanut, who hasn't had too much success as of late, or hardly any, is going up against Woody, who is one of the greater, there's only been 3 Top Block champions, but basically one of the best Top Block champions that we've had so far, and a very credible opponent. So we'll see if Peanut can overcome this if he can get a huge upset over Woody, because that would be very embarrassing if Woody misses out because of this. And Peanut was in the first ever Money in the Bank main event, so we'll see if he can get back in there. Then we have Broken Nerd versus Peanut Is My Bitch. Both of these guys, this was a head scratcher for a lot of people. But Money in the Bank is all about opportunities, and Broken Nerd and Peanut Is My Bitch are both people that are primed to, they can win at any point. It's just a matter of focusing and actually getting it done. They both have shown huge potential, but I don't know what's going on. They just seem to squander it and not really reach that full potential. So we'll see who goes to Money in the Bank. One of those guys are going to go, and we're going to see who it is right here at TakeOver. And this is the first match to start the main show. Now, the last Money in the Bank qualifying match didn't even make it to the kickoff. We're talking Matt Zion versus Rab, 2 jobber radio hosts going one-on-one. These guys have been a tag team. I think they're 0-5 almost, maybe 0-4, 0-5. Who knows? Maybe 0-6. They have not got a win. That's all. I know that for sure. They have not got a win, but now they're going to go head-to-head, and you know what? They're fine with that. They don't hate each other. They haven't broken up. They're still, they'll still team from time to time. But we'll see who makes it into the Money in the Bank match. Matt Zion, just like Peanut, was in that first Money in the Bank match that took place last year. So those are the only 2 people, I believe, that have an opportunity to make it in that were in last year. Yeah. So it could be all 6 new competitors, or we could have somebody that was in from last year. Then we got Bastion versus Scott and Jut versus Lee. You kind of got to group these 2 together because you got the UVC, the Ultraviolet Connection, with Bastion and Jut, and then you got the Outsiders. These guys, there's been a lot boiling over between the Outsiders and the UVC as of late. So we're going to see which tag team can take advantage over the others as far as singles matches go. Now, Bastion and Jut has won almost every singles match as of late. I can't recall a single loss that he's had as of in the past maybe 4 or 5 months. So we're going to see what goes down against Lee here. And Bastion and Scott, that is almost a headliner. Very surprised it was on the kickoff show, but guys, this was a stacked card with a lot of stuff boiling over to Money in the Bank. So that these just quite didn't make it. And speaking of a possible headliner, JD going against, or JDiano, we'll just call him JD as I always do, going against Tino, former world champion, another fallen from grace story. We're talking about how Super Hippo was this highly credible champion, and he's fallen so far. Tino has done the same thing. He was once a main eventer, headlining almost every show, and now he finds himself on the kickoff show against JD. So either way, both of these guys are good. So it's not like they're both jobbers, but, with so many people in the JRPL, you can't always make the main card. Then you got Redhead 12 versus Kyoko. I don't know how Kyoko got a match against Redhead 12. I think this was like a request match. I don't know. As it is public, Kyoko is my actual girlfriend, so I think people are trying to take advantage over her lack of knowledge in the JRPL, or not just the JRPL, but the wrestling world. She only watches the pay-per-views whenever I have some friends over and we watch them, so she's heard the names. She's got an idea of who people are. And I really don't help her out too much. I keep it fair. If she's got questions, of course I answer them. But I'm not like, hey, you need to pick this person. You need to pick that person. So I'm not saying this is a free win for Redhead, but I don't think it's going to be much of a challenge. And going on, we got Adanex going up against CM Carlito. I think this is a sleeper match of the night. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling these guys are going to take home match of the night. I don't know why. It's just jumping out to me. And they may both score absolute duds, but I think this is going to be match of the night caliber match here. These guys are both very, very good. They're both up-and-coming superstars, and we're going to see who gets the big win one-on-one at TakeOver. Then you got Jay Scott, the true veteran, going against Orstella. I think I spelled that wrong. There's an E right there. That's a typo on this. But you got Orstella going against Jay Scott. The newbie versus the veteran. We're going to see if the newbie can overcome the veteran, or the veteran says, you know what, boom, back down the ladder you go. This is my house. And Jay Scott definitely can do that. He's had a lot of success here. We also have Jonathan C.T. Martin versus Breaker. Two guys, trying to work up the ladder. They just haven't really got those big wins as of late. Jonathan C.T. Martin is with the Blissful Enigma, so he's got a lot of momentum behind him as far as the stable goes, and their faction is very strong. But as a single, we'll see how he does against Breaker here. And his Jonathan's tag team partner, Junction, is going up against the Royal Rumble winner from 2018, Banksy. He hasn't had too much success after winning that Rumble and after losing to John at WrestleMania. So he needs a big rebound win against Junction right here. And you know what? Junction, who had, I think it was a 10-match losing streak, has picked it up as of late. He started out 4-0. Then I believe he lost like 10 straight, and now he's been winning again. So we're going to see. He's right now, Junction's on the upswing. Junction is on the upswing, and Banksy is on the downswing. So we'll see who takes this over here. Then we have Cross versus Cammy Cat versus Zozo. Honestly, I expect Zozo to no-show. Very interesting that Woody booked Zozo, but hey, he did. And then Cammy Cat, who, you know what, we have not seen too much of as of late in the Discord chat. I know she's been going through some personal stuff she was saying, like real life, the RIL stuff. So hopefully she gets over that. Hopefully everything's going good for Cammy Cat. We really enjoyed her in the Discord, and we kind of miss her, so we hope everything's good, and she comes back pretty soon. But either way, we hope she does show up, because we haven't heard from her, but we know Cross is going to show up. He has been definitely, we talked about upward swings, dear Lord. Cross, who was the jobber of the year last year, is turning it up, and he is on fire right now in the JRPL. Won 3 of his last 4 matches, so if I got to pick a favorite, I'm going to pick Cross. But again, who knows? I just took a bet for Cross. Wow, that's what year is this? Oh my God. Anyway, moving on. We got Otis versus the Fart Bucket. I'm just going to say right now, I'm top locking Otis on this whole show if we're picking winners here. But yeah, that's not much to say. It's Fart Bucket versus Otis. So definitely going to be Otis I'm picking to win this one. But Fart Bucket has got a victory before. He did beat Broken Nerd. So, and then scheduled to appear, we have a couple newbies here. We got AK, who has already submitted picks. We have Nathan 8K. So we got AK 8K. Very interesting there. 2 newcomers that have already submitted their picks. So they are going to be taking place at this show. They're going to be making their debuts at TakeOver. So we'll see who makes the bigger impact. We don't know who they're going to face yet, and obviously I hope Alaska Brown. We got a lot of these guys who will show up, so they just haven't been given a match yet. Don't worry, you will be given a match, especially if you don't see yourself in a match. You will be given one if you post your picks, so make sure you do it. Okay, so TakeOver Chicago, there are some really big matches. There's 3 title matches, and there's a lot of Money in the Bank matches. A lot of these other matches kind of build up and take into effect things that are going to happen at Money in the Bank the next night. So it's kind of a build-up show, but it also has some of those title matches. So kind of a big deal there. And this is going to be a big weekend because the very next night, June 17th, we got 10 matches to go over as of right now. They may add the Raw Tag Team title match, who knows, but we're not going to be covering it because it's not officially listed on their website. So, the main event, stipulation yet to be named because we just talked about it earlier. John defending his world championship against Legit Boss 2K, the leader of Imperium here, going up against John. The winner of that 6-man tag match that we talked about gets to pick this stipulation, so we don't know what it's going to be just yet. Who knows? They might say, you know what? I want this to be just a straight-up singles match, no shenanigans, no crazy stipulations. We'll see what happens. So, moving on to the Money in the Bank ladder match. 6 singles competitors. Let's go over them really super quick. So either Hilo, Sheen Moses, or Bionic Knee. Either Crimson Cyborg or Hippo. The Green Machine or Bomber, Peanut or Woody, Broken Nerd or Peanut is My Bitch 69, and then Matt Zion or Rab. That is going to make up the Money in the Bank 2018 match. We'll see who goes out there, pulls it down, and they have a shot at the World Championship for the entire year. Anytime they want to cash it in, they can do it. And if you want to do it at this show, if you want to do it at Money in the Bank, once you win, once you find out you're in the match, message me, either hit me up on private message on Twitter. You can hit me up on Discord. Let me know, say, I want to cash in my Money in the Bank for this show, because the winner of this, the Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank, or Miss, is there a female? No, they're all males, actually. So we will have a Mr. Money in the Bank. So Mr. Money in the Bank will have to let me know before the cash-in. Before the show starts. That is how the rules work. You can't say, oh, I'm doing really good, I want to let them know I want to cash in. Not how it works. Not how the game is played, my friends. But then we have the first ever tag team Money in the Bank match. 8 freaking teams here. Look at this monster of a match. So this was actually brought up by the Warden, I think it was. You notice that the tag team title match happens before the tag team Money in the Bank match happens, correct? That means that you can't cash in. The tag team Money in the Bank cannot cash in at this show because the tag team title match already happened, kayfabe-wise, in match order, as you can see. So I hope that makes sense to you. You cannot cash in at this show because it takes place after the tag team title match already took place. Hope that makes sense. So anyway, let's go over the teams really quick. We got the Awesome Hooded Motherfuckers, Spring Tigers, the GMSG. We got the Outsiders, Lee and Scott. We got Daddy Kink, Exo, Kev, that guy, Jack. We got Finish, the Finn versus Ash, the Finn and Ash. Then we have the UVC, the Ultraviolent Connection, Jut 9 and Bastion. The tag team, TB666, Tagaby. The Eloquent Enigmas, Jonathan C.T. Martin and Junction. Then we have Team No Chances, Buck N5, and Lily Pilly. So one of these teams is going to walk away with the briefcase. There's only one briefcase hanging above that ring. If you want to read the write-up, I did a nice little write-up in the on the news section, so go check that out, breaking down, I don't know, each team's chances, how they got there, basically who's the favorites, which is the Awesome Hooded Motherfuckers, and who's the underdogs, which I would probably think at this point is either the Eloquent Enigmas or maybe Daddy Kink. So there you go. Go read some of that, the write-up that we did for this match. It's pretty good. Then we have the tag team title match. Again, stipulation yet to be named. It all goes back to that 6-man tag match. Who is going to get to call the stipulation? And will a Solution, the dominant tag team champions, be able to defend their titles yet again against a team they have yet to face? That's the scary part, folks. They've beat almost every team in the JRPL, but Imperium, they have yet to defeat. So we'll see what happens there. And then we got the craziness. We got the Tournament of Death starts. We got so much happening on this show. In the first round, we have Tino versus the Hebrew Hammer versus Victory Green versus CM Carlito in a death match, a 4-way death match. Yes, Hebrew Hammer and Victory Green, one of them could be the top block champion walking into this match. Not guaranteed, but either way, they could walk into this match and be the top block champion. The title will not be on the line. It will be a non-title match, but who knows? Who's going to advance past this in the first round? Then we got Matt Zion versus Fart Bucket versus Kyoko versus Baron Ash. Almost, if you want to say that's the little jobber bracket, this is probably the jobber bracket. Deathmatch 4-way. Who's going to advance? Somebody's got to win, right? Somebody has to win. Then we got Banksy versus Breaker versus Cam Popplestone versus Jay Scott. Now, here's a little side note for you. Want to know something interesting? Cam Popplestone, what match is he in at NXT TakeOver? Let's go take a look. Yeah, Road Warrior Championship match. You know what that means. It is a fin on every single show. So, if Cam Popplestone beats 3J Platinum, that means this match will turn into a title match. Banksy, Breaker, and Jay Scott could possibly be walking into a title match at this show. So you see how you got the Road Warrior we don't know yet? Because we don't know yet. You'll find out after TakeOver whether this match is a title match or if 3J Platinum has his title on the line again. So J. Scott, Breaker, and Banksy are definitely going to be pulling for Cam Popplestone at TakeOver because they have a potential title match if he does. And really nothing else is booked because there's a lot on the... Well, we do have the Orstella versus AK, which is two pretty much newbies going at it here on the kickoff show. But a lot of these other matches are going to be based off of what happens at TakeOver. So after TakeOver, hop back on, see who gets booked, see who does what, or who's going to be placed where, because no telling what the bottom of this card is going to look like. We got 3 more matches that will be on the main card. But again, like I said, we don't know. Woody can't really book it yet because you don't know what he's working with. All I know is I'm going to be in that Money in the Bank match, but, I'm just want to throw that out there. But storyline-wise, that's what we've been building up to. The battle lines have been drawn. If you've been paying attention over the past couple months, we have the good guy team kind of led by the Solution. There's like 9 guys over there, or 9 superstars, all backing like the good of the JRPL. Meanwhile, you have the other side, which is led by the Ultraviolent Connection, which is Bomber, Bastion, and Jut. You got 10 guys basically on that side who are, I wouldn't say trying to hurt the JRPL, but they have a different viewpoint. They want the JRPL to be ran their way. So if you've been watching, you've seen all kinds, I say watching, I should say reading, but if you've been reading, we've seen all kinds of shenanigans go on. People getting their eyes cut out, people trying to get their eyes come out. Somebody potentially died after being slammed into a car off a bridge. Things have been crazy in the JRPL, but I think this weekend it's going to get ramped up yet another notch, and we're going to see what happens as, I don't know, the battle lines have been drawn, and we're going to see just where all the different cards fall into place at the end of this weekend. All I know is there's a lot going on. We have title matches. We got Money in the Banks. We got the Tournament of Death 2 happening. There's so much going on in the JRPL right now. Guys, I hope you're enjoying everything that's going on. And if you're like struggling, you're like, man, I can't get some wins. I really want to be in these matches. Well, just keep at it. We've seen people struggle early on and jump back right into the fray. So you can work your way back into all these different matches and make your way into the main event scene in the JRPL. So that's where we are right now. That's the big weekend we're about to see. And after that, hopefully we'll come out with another video recapping that and building up to the next couple shows, which, let's go back to the event page super quick. We'll just hit them, just the what shows we're looking forward to. At the end of this month, June is Best in the World House Show. This is Woody's official last show booking. He's already booked a couple matches. We got the Blissful Enigmas, all in a Fatal 4-Way match. And let's see, we got Woody versus Bionic Knee. We got Beer Me Jesus versus Jay Scott. I believe they're both undefeated. Wait, is that what it was? Or no, that was down here. Sorry, that was Slammiversary. But Jay Scott versus Beer Me Jesus in a submission match. JD has challenged Kyoko. And house shows, really, storylines aren't that big of a deal. It's more about, it's a house show. Just think of it as a house show. That's why you get the Blissful Enigmas all facing off against each other. We've seen the Solution face each other. That's where, hey, I want this match. Okay, well, let's just give it to you just to see what happens. That's what we're working with there. And then later on July 22nd, Slammiversary, the show in Canada, folks, we have the Canadian Championship on the line. Scott's title is going to be put up in an Ultimate X match against Bomber, Crimson Cyborg, and Woody. This is pretty much all going back to Discord character chat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to join our Discord and see all the, it's kind of the role playing that's going on there. It's a lot of fun. People jump in there. You can write stuff about your character and just have fun with it. That's basically what caused this match to take place. And that Canadian Championship that Scott owns, that Scott created, that Scott gave himself, is only defended in Canadian territory. So anytime there's a show in Canada, that is the only place his title can be defended. It can't be defended in the United States. So it's kind of a fun thing there. And then We have the Warden versus Jonathan C.T. Martin. Jonathan C.T. Martin requested that match. And Beer Meat Jesus challenged Buck and 5. Both of these two were undefeated at Impact shows. Then the last match we have so far booked, Bastion versus CM Carlito, just in good spirit, just a good match here. We got the dirty heel versus the big baby face, so should be a fun match there at Impact. And what you don't see, which is in between these shows, between these house shows, is Extreme Rules, which is the first main show, the first show that me, Bomber, will be back to booking. So, I am excited about that. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Tell your friends. Tell your friends about the JRPL. Tell everybody. I don't care. Link it. Let's get some more people in here. The closer we get to 100 active members in the JRPL, the closer we come to that brand split that we've been talking about. And that's going to be a big moment for the JRPL. So far, we're in the 60s for active competitors, so we're slowly getting there. Each show, we get more people. So spread the word. We're going to keep doing what we're doing here. We hope you enjoy, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Best of luck this weekend at TakeOver Chicago and Money in the Bank.